I feel like nagtuloy-tuloy na siya into my journey into depression for a very long time after mawala si mommy. Pero masasabi kong yung years na yun, tinatawag ko silang my glory days.
Glory days, ah.
Hindi, kasi parang naniniwala talaga ako na pag marami tayong pinagdaanan, marami rin tayong natututunan. And parati kong trinatry na sabihin talaga sa mga tao na ang pain, ang mga masasakit na bagay, these are things na pwede nating magamit para maging stronger. And we can use it as a power and turn it into purpose somehow.
Malaking
And nung nagkasakit si mommy, mas nagkaroon din ng reason to stay there longer. And I feel like nagtuloy-tuloy na siya into my journey into depression for a very long time after mawala si mommy. Pero masasabi kong yung years na yun, tinatawag ko silang my glory days.
Glory days, ah.
Hindi, kasi parang naniniwala talaga ako na pag marami tayong pinagdaanan, marami rin tayong natututunan. And parati kong trinatry na sabihin talaga sa mga tao na ang pain, ang mga masasakit na bagay, these are things na pwede nating magamit para maging stronger. And we can use it as a power and turn it into purpose somehow.
Malaking bagay doon yung pangalan na Cora. Di ba you mentioned your mom?
Yes.
So, why was it a turning point? And can you tell us more about it?
Mga 10 years after my mom passed away, marami kasing phases yan when may pinagdadaanan ka depression or any mental health issue, anxiety, stress. Dumating talaga sa point na question ko na yung existence ko, na parang mahilig ako kumanta, mahilig ako sa arts, umarte, doing different things, being with my friends, my family. Pero kahit kasama ko sila, or kahit ginagawa ko yung mga dating paborito kong bagay na mahilig ako, na masaya ako dati gawin, biglang hindi na. Parang everyday, I can't explain it. Parang empty feeling. And yun na yung parang biniblame ko din yung sarili ko na, teka lang, kung ikaw nga nawalan ka ng minamahal mo sa buhay, na normal naman yun, nangyayari yun sa lahat ng tao, parang bakit mo ito ginagawa sa sarili mo? Mas marami pang nangyayari ibang bagay sa mundo. Pero syempre, that's not something we ever emphasize. Kasi pag meron kang nararamdaman, when you have a feeling, it's real, it's true, it's valid. But that made me think about what's happening elsewhere in the world. Yung mga walang natitirhan, walang pagkain, yung mga victims of abuse, oppression, injustice. So I was thinking to myself, kung ako, yun yung pain ko, what more sila? What more all these people around the world na marami pinagdadaanan?
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So ang topic natin ngayon is logotherapy, existentialism. Makikita natin sa video na si Antoinette Toss ay nagkaroon ng depression. And because due to the death of her mother, so ang nangyari, it led to depression at ang feeling at that time was walang meaning. Ang basic assumption ng existentialism is that people needs for meaning in a meaningless world. Ang world daw natin ay meaningless, so ang tendency ng tao is to find meaning. So kapag itong naranasan ni Antoinette Toss ay normal lang at lahat tayo ay nararanasan ito. May point sa buhay natin na parang walang kabuluhan or meaning yung ating buhay. We have the need, for meaning. Isolation and meaninglessness are normal experiences of a person. So kapag nararanasan natin itong mga to, wag tayong matakot at ito ay normal lang sa atin. So all we have to do is to find our purpose and meaning. Sabi ni Viktor Frankl, one of the proponents of existentialism, na may theory na logotherapy, sabi niya, I'm going to read, even in the most absurd, painful, and dispiriting of circumstances, life can be given a meaning, and so too can suffering. Kahit dun sa mga pangyayari sa buhay na natin, na kung saan ay pinaka-down tayo, pinaka-painful, dispiriting, absurd, we can still find meaning. Pwede tayong makakita ng meaning sa ating mga pain and suffering. Paano kaya? Ano kaya ang pwede natin gawin? By finding our purpose in life. And sa logotherapy, sila ay nag-suggest or nag-recommend ng ways on how to find our meaning. Okay, by creating something, try to be creative, try to do something that is productive, develop meaningful relationships, find purpose in pain. Naniniwala ako na walang coincidence na nangyayari sa buhay na to. Even those na pinakamasakit na pangyayari sa buhay natin ay may kahulugan or may kadahilanan behind them. Understand that life is not fair. Life is not fair, and that is reality. That is a fact. Hindi natin pwede i-compare yung sarili natin sa ibang tao kasi iba yung buhay niya, iba yung buhay natin. Kailangan natin tanggapin na unfair ang buhay or else never tayong magiging masaya dahil yan po ay isang katotohanan. We all have the freedom to find meaning. All you have to do is to know your purpose. Find your meaning. Bakit? Tanungin mo yung sarili mo, bakit ka ba nandito? Focus on others. Tingnan nyo kung anong ginawa ni Antoinette Dos. Diba? Nag-create sila ng organization to help others. At doon siya nagkaroon ng meaning sa buhay niya. Siguro sa ating everyday life, no, kahit yung mga maliliit lang, hindi naman kailangan gawin yung ginawa ni Antoinette. No? Kahit in a small way, pagtulong sa mga matanda, sa paglipat sa daan, ng pagbigay ng kahit magkano no, sa mga mahihirap, pagtulong sa ating mga magulang, pagluto, paglinis ng bahay, no? Pag-aalaga ng mga pets, paglinis ng kanilang mga poops, o pagbibigay ng pagkain. Diba? There are so many ways in finding our purpose in life. Accept the worst. Now, life is not all about flowers and beautiful things. No? Kahit yung flowers nga may tinik, and that is reality. Okay guys, so I hope you have learned something for today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye! Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So ang topic natin ngayon is logotherapy, existentialism. Makikita natin sa video na si Antoinette Dos ay nagkaroon ng depression. And because due to the death of her mother, so ang nangyari, it led to depression at ang feeling niya that time was walang meaning. May explanation po dito na sa existentialism